Welcome everybody into an exciting match between Bismarck State College and Bellevue. Bismarck State College welcomes all student athletes, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAIA and the Frontier Conference, we are committed to the true spirit of competition and being champions of character demonstrated through 5 core character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask everyone in attendance today to abide by these values and create a positive environment in which our student athletes may compete. Our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. The Frontier Conference would like to thank the following corporate partners for their continued financial support: BSN Sports and Nike, Cooper Tire and Tire-Rama, the D.A. Davidson Companies, Burke Hotels, First Interstate Bank, Billings Clinic and Logan Health, McDonald's of Great Falls, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi and the Harrington Bottling Company, Snap Mobile, Winwan Technologies, and the Montana Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling. Don't forget to download the Frontier Conference app in partnership with Snap Mobile. The app is free to download. Just search for FC Sports in the App Store on Apple or Google Play for Android. Thank you for listening and enjoy tonight's contest. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Isaiah Johnson on color commentary today, and I'm joined by
Eli. I am your play-by-play guy who will just be telling you what is going on during the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very important role over there for both of us. So we're just getting ready for the lineups and for the national anthem. A little context about this game is Bellevue is actually ranked number 3 in the NAIA conference, and they are sitting at 4-1 overall, but they have not yet played a conference game, so this is their first conference game. They're under Trish Sedlick, who is entering her 20th season as head coach of the Bruins, where she has a 540, 200 overall record.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bismarck State College Armory on the beautiful campus of Bismarck State College. Tonight, your Bismarck State Mystics volleyball team hosts the Bellevue State University Bruins. On behalf of Bismarck State College President Dr. Dan Lengang, Athletic Director Myron Schultz, and the rest of the Mystic family, we welcome you to tonight's volleyball game. At this time, please rise, remove all headgear, place your right hand over your heart as we honor this great nation and our troops, past and present, with the playing of our national anthem. Bismarck State College welcomes all student athletes, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAIA and the Frontier Conference, we are committed to the true spirit of competition and being champions of character, demonstrated through 5 core character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask everyone in attendance today to abide by these values and create a positive environment in which our student athletes may compete. Our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Your officials for tonight's game are Dorothy Lick, Heidi Henke. Line judges are Dana Henry and Mandy Nagel. And now it's time for your starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Bellevue State University Bruins. The non-starters for the Bruins are number 4, Kenzie Polk. Number 5, Rowan Shear. Number 6, Alayla Perry. Number 9, Chloe Cloud. Number 12, Sophia McIntyre. Number 13, Jamison Badge. Number 14, Jada Nunn. Number 15, Zoe Roger. Number 18, Cameron Scheib. Number 20, Peyton DeZingle. And number 21, Victoria Runyon. And now the starters for the Bruins. Starting at libero, 5'4" senior from Brock, Nebraska, number 1, Audrey Sanford. At a defensive specialist, 5'7" junior from Omaha, Nebraska, number 2, Allie Butler. Setting for the Bruins, 5'tall junior from Iwa Beach, Hawaii, number 3, Mila Awahi. At middle blocker, 6'1" junior from Henderson, Nevada, number 10, Morgan Whale. On the right side, 6'1" senior from Bellevue, Nebraska, number 11, Keely Kavinimi. Middle blocker, 6'tall senior from Plattsmouth, Nebraska, number 17, Savannah Berger. And outside hitter, 5'9" senior from Omaha, Nebraska, number 23, Eve Fountain. Bellevue State University is coached by Tris Sedlick and Brian Gold, Braden Hall, and Talon Kiefer. And now, let's make some noise for your Bismarck State College Mystics! Non-starters for the Mystics, number 1, Kylie Hubner. Number 2, Brooklyn Sand. Number 3, Delaney Deschamps. Number 4, Ashley Martadam. Number 5, Casey Simmons. Number 6, Shayna Roach. Number 9, Paige McAllister. Number 11, Hannah Thiel. Number 15, Deidre Wood. Number 17, Maddie Jeffro. And number 18, Kennedy Sen. Your Mystic starters are at middle blocker, 5'10" freshman from Fargo, North Dakota, number 7, Summer Thomas. Setting, 5'7" junior from Kenmare, North Dakota, number 8, Kate Zimmer. Outside hitter, 5'10" freshman from Bismarck, North Dakota, number 10, McKenna Brendel. Outside hitter, 5'8" sophomore from Bismarck, North Dakota, number 12, Reese Dukeshire. At the libero, 5'5" sophomore from Mandan, North Dakota, number 13, Piper Harris. On the opposite side hitter, 5'10" sophomore from Bismarck, North Dakota, number 14, Emerson Careful. And opposite hitter, 6'1" junior from Bismarck, North Dakota, number 16, Chelsea Crom. Bismarck State College is coached by Kyle Keither and assisted by Val Lassou and Maddie Cooper. The Mystics would like to thank Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for providing sports medicine coverage for tonight's match. With us tonight is athletic trainer Andrew Lallam. Thank you, Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
This is a big game for BSC. It's their first year in the NAIA conference. It was a big announcement last year that they would be transitioning from NJCAA to NAIA. And their first conference game was against Dickinson State, and they fell in straight sets by scores of 25-18, 25-23, 25-21. Now we'll send it over to Eli for some play-by-play.
Well, we got an early point for Bellevue. Yes, so as Isaiah touched on already, they are playing the #3 ranked team in the nation. This is a huge game for BSC, actually, as a way to prove themselves in the NAIA division. A spike from number 10, McKenna Bender, and that is a point for BSC.
Checking in for the Mystics, number 2, Brooklyn Sand.
Brooklyn Sand checks in to serve. And that will be a point for the Mystics. Another serve from Sand. And a receive for number 2, Allie Butler. A good dig from Kate Zimmer, but it was to no avail for the Mystics. That will be a point for the Bruins.
Yeah, that was great effort. Just Ceiling Monster ate it up immediately.
Yep, that was the tail there. That ceiling is a pretty low one. Receive from Piper Harris, a set from Kate Zimmer, and a spike from Carfo. Received by the Bruins.
Nice save from the Mystics there.
A block attempt by the Mystics, but it did not work out for them. That will be a point going for the Bruins. A good diving effort and set. Unfortunately out of bounds, and another point going in the favor of the Bruins. Score is now 4-2. Bruins. An attempted jump float that did not make it over the net. Point Mystics.
Number 13, Piper Harris.
Piper Harris is now serving. Back set. And a set to nobody around. That will be a point for the Bruins.
It's like a substitution occurring.
For the Bruins, number 13, Jamison Badge. And she will be back to serve.
Jamison Badge in to serve for the Bruins. Unfortunately, the Mystics were not able to tame that serve, and that will go down as an ace for the Bruins by Jamison Badge. Good receive and a set. Finished off by Emerson Carfell for a kill for the Mystics.
And also number 3, Delaney Deschamps. In for Bellevue is number 10.
Delaney Deschamps in to serve for the Mystics, with the score here being 6-4 in favor of the Bruins.
Yeah, Deschamps is second on the Mystics with sets at 69.
There you go. That's a good number. A good diving effort by Deschamps. Unfortunately, she was not able to get the ball up. Point for the Bruins.
Victoria Runyon. And number 12, Sophia coming in for Bellevue.
Good receive by Piper Harris, set by Deschamps, and spiked by Dukeshire. The Bruins are kind of scrambling back there. They get it over the net. Spiked by Chelsea Crom. A set to a spike by the Bruins. Was not able to go over the net, and that will be a point for the Mystics. 7-5 Bruins.
Yeah, good hustle showed by Bellevue there, but BSC was just too prepared on that and was able to recover for the block.
Oh, yeah. A very nice spike by number 17 for the Bruins, Savannah Berger.
Yeah,
She got
Berger.
up there and put that thing straight down.
She's had a great year. And when Bellevue's coming off a doubleheader win against Dakota Wesleyan and Indiana Wesleyan. And against Indiana Wesleyan, Berger had 8 kills with a .438 kill percentage.
Well, that's no joke right there. As we see a kill from Paige McAllister for the Mystics, getting one back for us. Score now 8-6. Chelsea Crom is now back to serve for the Mystics, as you just heard, I'm sure. A good kill for Eve Fountain of the Bruins. It would have been pretty hard to receive that one.
Yeah, Fountain's having a great year as well. In that 2 aforementioned games, she had 12 kills and a .455 kill percentage. And she is near the top of the nation in both kills and attack percentage.
Very impressive, and she definitely showed it there. A good diving effort from the Mystics, but unfortunately, the Bruins placed that ball pretty well. Score now 10-6, Bruins. Good receive from Piper Harris, set by Deschamps, and spike by Summer Thomas. Another set by Deschamps, and spike by McKenna Brendel. Yes, that is a kill for Brendel. Point Mystics.
Zimmer. And careful, check back in
Yep.
for the Mystics. Zimmer back to serve.
Zimmer back to serve. Good serve, but well received. A block spike, or a spike blocked. Then there was an attempt to hit it back over the net. However, it hit the pole. Point Mystics. Zimmer serving again. A good setup for the Bruins there. Allows them to get the kill and the point.
Yeah, Eve Fountain is just preying off of that front left side of the net. She's gotten 3 straight there. She's just been unstoppable. They got Mystics are trying to find answers right now.
Right, they're gonna have to dig deep here. Good receive from Dukeshire, set by Zimmer. Set by Zimmer. And a spike by Brendel, however, it was blocked. Point Bruins. A spike by Thomas, sent just out of bounds. Point Bruins. Ooh, wow. A good save by Zimmer, running into the electronic desk booth. However, after the ball was gone, hit over the net, the Bruins were able to kind of put it down on Mystic's side pretty handily. That would result in a point for the Bruins.
And BSC is calling a timeout here as Bellevue is on a nice run here. Mila Iwohi has been serving for quite a while now, and the Mystics just don't have answers. The Bellevue is spiking with power, and they've been looking for answers the whole night.
Yep, that seems to be kind of the trend here. Is Bellevue's getting good spikes, and the Mystics are having a hard time finding an answer for it. They're going to have to kind of come up with a game plan here in this timeout and try and find an answer. Maybe send some spikes back of their own, some powerful ones, but get some momentum going in on their favor, on their side, excuse me.
Yeah, Coach Kyle Keither trying to inspire his girls. He's in his 6th year as head coach of the Mystics. He was actually born in Bismarck, North Dakota, and he's been a great coach for BSC. As the Mystics, formerly in the Mondat Conference, they have finished first for the past 4 years, and they were Region 13 champions last year. And Keither has been named Mondat Coach of the Year for the past 4 years, as he's had a lot of success, and now he's preparing for a new challenge here in the NAIA.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite the resume right there. You can say he definitely rides out for this team. He shows up.
Point Mystics. Sam checks in for the Mystics.
Sam checked in to serve for the Mystics right after the Mystics point. That would be a pass from Eve Fountain to another Bruins player, setting it back to Fountain as she gets a kill. Point Bruins, 15-9, not Mystics. A good set from Harris and kill by Dukeshire, resulting in the point for the Mystics.
Well played by Dukeshire.
Yeah, she had some power behind that one. That one is a tough cookie to crack, tough ball to return. A good diving save from Zimmer, passing it to Harris, and a spike from Dukeshire. And then an attempted block by the Mystics. However, they were not able to get it back to the other side. That went out on them. Point Bruins.
The Bellevue fans are liking what they're seeing so far, as Bellevue's come out and they are hitting hard.
Yeah, they're off to a pretty good start, but all we can do is hope the Mystics can get some momentum here. And as we say that, the serve goes out of bounds. Point Mystics.
Paige McAllister and Delaney Deschamps check in for the Mystics. In for the Bruins is number 10, Whale.
Deschamps into serve. Bellevue just managed to get that ball over, setting the Mystics up nicely. And a great, powerful slam dunk by McAllister, getting her the kill and the Mystics the point. Score now 16-12. Deschamps serving again. The Bruins were able to set that one up a little better that time, and they got the kill. Point Bruins.
Victoria Runyon checks in for the Bruins and will serve. Coming in for the Mystics is number 4,
Runyon in to serve for the Bruins.
Martindale.
Martindale in for the Mystics. Good receive by Sand. Unfortunately, it hit the ceiling, needing to be saved by Harris. They got that ball over, and the Bruins deflected it off the net and hit it out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Mystics.
McAllister and Rendell check in for the Mystics. Dukeshire back serving.
A quick attack by the Bruins, however, it did not fool the Mystics. They were ready for it. They got it back over the net, and then that was followed by a kill for the Bruins.
That was great effort from Piper Harris, but she wasn't able to corral that last one.
And goes back to serve.
Receive from Dukeshire, set by Deschamps, and spike by Brendel.
Oh, savvy play right there. Nick the net and fall right over.
Point Mystics. Score now 18-14.
And Deschamps just nudges it over and gets it to fall.
Got to get crafty. Take every inch of ground you can get, especially against a team like this.
Bellevue leads the Frontier Conference with a 303 kill percentage, and we can see why. They hit hard.
Yeah, they're definitely going down swinging here. Receive from Harris, set by Deschamps and spiked by McAllister. Received well by the Bruins libero. Turning into a counterattack for the Bruins. A quick attack from Thomas. A good save from Harris. And a nice spike from Brendel. And a good spot. Earns the Mystics the point on that medium length volley.
Beautiful place. Beautifully placed from Brendel. Just sends it over.
A great attack from Dukeshire. A back attack. Resulting in the Mystics point. Those are hard to pull off. Takes some very good vertical leaping skills to pull that off, and definitely some accuracy too.
Yeah, and BSC now has some momentum going into that timeout. Dukeshire with that last kill, she leads the Mystics with 44 kills going into this game, and she's had a few excellently placed ones tonight. And BSC is still looking to prove themselves against this tough NAIA competition, but they're fighting back. They're staying in this game. In their previous game against Dickinson State, they lost in straight sets, but there were some highlights as Emerson Carfell had 9 kills and a 4-1-2 hitting percentage. And Brendel had 8 kills, Dukeshire had 7, and Crum had 6. So there is some promise here for sure. And Piper Harris has had an excellent last few volleys. In that game, she had 21 digs, and she's working hard at that libero position tonight as she's taken over very admirably in this season so far.
That's definitely impressive. You got to argue that those liberos have probably got to be the most gritty people on the team. They are diving for everything, and they are kind of just thrown all over the place. Kate Zimmer about to serve. A ball that just barely squeezed over the net. However, on a good return from Bellevue, the Mystics have it back, and a spike by Carfell, received by the libero of Bellevue. Spike from Bellevue. Diving save by Dukeshire. However, did not quite make it within the boundaries. Point for the Bruins.
Checks in for the Bruins as well as number 11. Giovanini.
Set Zimmer. Spike Brendel. Just out. Point for the Bruins. Mystics are kind of losing their momentum here. Coming off the timeout, the Bruins must have talked up a great game plan or something, because they have gotten a few straight points. Serve did not quite make it over the net for Mila Awohi, and that'll be the point for the Mystics. Sand in to serve. Score is 21-17, not Mystics. A serve received by Bellevue, like it's saying, off the ceilings, and they were unable to recover that and get it over the net. That'll be a point for the Mystics. Ace for Sand. She's on to serve again. Another good serve resulted in an uncomfortable receive. Good set from Harris. And a crafty attack from Dukeshire. However, Bellevue was able to get it over. A great save from Zimmer on the spike from Bellevue. Set from Zimmer. Spike from Carfell. Another good receive. Spike from Bellevue on a block. And unfortunately, Dukeshire was unable to save it through her diving attempt.
What a rally there. They're putting it all on the table right now.
Yeah, you got to wonder with these short bursts of almost sprints that the volleyball players demonstrate, they got to get gassed out pretty quick. I mean, they are giving it all for a short amount of time.
That's where I imagine subbing out can help quite a bit.
Absolutely.
The ceiling eats up another ball.
Yep, that was another victim to the ceiling. Harris now serving. Good serve. Giving them another point, another ace.
Sideline is loving that, going with the momentum, trying to inspire the team.
Yeah, they're definitely enjoying themselves. It's a close game, and this is a good squad they're playing against. An amazing serve from Harris, just barely getting over the net. However, Bellevue was not fooled. There was a great kill by Keely Kivanimi. Unfortunately, that one was probably hit a little too hard and placed a little too well to be returned.
Right now, the Bruins and the Mystics are deadlocked at 10 kills each, 3 attack errors each. And Mystics actually have well, their hit percentage is quite close, as the Mystics have a 350 and the Bruins have 364. But each side has 10 assists so far. It's been a very even game overall.
Yeah, we've got a ball game, folks. I mean, it's 23-20. You could argue that the Bruins were probably favored pretty heavily going into this, but the Mystics are here to prove themselves, and they aren't just going to go down. This is going to be a game.
Trish Sedlick is talking over the game plan with her Bruins, and she's been a great coach for them, as this is her 20th season. And she does have a 540 and 200 overall record entering this year, and did win the NAIA National Coach of the Year. And last year, they actually finished second in the national championship game to Indiana Wesleyan. And their most recent game, they got a revenge match and beat Indiana Wesleyan in straight sets.
Well, man, those are some accolades right there. He definitely has a reputation in the NAIA conference. A well-placed ball from Crom. Unfortunately, Bellevue was able to recover that. And a huge spike from number 17, Savannah Berger. Puts the Mystics down 4. 24-20 in the first set here. Not Mystics. Receive from Sand, set by Zimmer. An attack from Carfell. However, just out. That is a point for the Bruins. And the Bruins will take the first set.
Tough first set. Mystics showed a lot of grit, fighting back, but Bellevue is too strong in their spikes. All right, everyone. We're going to head to a break. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Armory in Bismarck State College. Bellevue is now up 1-0, winning that set, and by a score of 25-20. Bellevue was led in that set by Fountain and Kivinimi with 4 kills each, as they've been pounding the ball, and Mystics have not had an answer, as they have been spiking the ball with some authority.
Yeah, I mean, it was an up and down game for the Mystics there. It was definitely tough. Bellevue showing their prowess, and the Mystics are showing that they can hang. It's not one-sided at all, and the Mystics are certainly looking to pick up a set here, fueling towards their ultimate victory in this match, hopefully. Serve from Zimmer, received by the Bellevue defense. Set from Zimmer. And a good attack from Brendel. However, Bellevue's able to save that with a diving effort. Another attack from Brendel, received by a Bellevue libero. An attack from, or a spike, excuse me, from Thomas, securing the Mystics the first point of the set.
Well done by the Mystics there. Staying with the play. Bellevue just looked a little bit unsettled on that rep.
Yeah, I mean, the Mystics must just have the game plan of coming out of the gate hot, right? Sky ball into the ceiling. Well received by the Bruins, however. An amazing effort from the Mystics there. After they got set up for disaster by a big spike from number 23 of Bellevue, Eve Fountain. However, they were not able to get the ball back over the net. Fountain now on to serve.
Ceiling almost bailed them out on that one, as that ball had no chance, and then the ceiling stopped it a little bit, but then it dropped down and they couldn't quite locate it.
Yeah. Seems to be the tale of the day is the ceiling. Another point for the Bruins. But yeah, that ceiling, it can go two ways. It can either screw you over or it can save you. It really just varies. Another serve from Fountain for the Bruins. A diving effort from Harris. Unfortunately, she's not able to dig it. That'll be an ace for Fountain. Score now 3-1.
Savvy play.
A serve straight into the net from Fountain. Point Mystics.
Point to the Mystics. Roach checks in and will be serving.
Roach in a serve. An unfortunate sequence there leading to the ultimate point for the Bruins. The Mystics were not able to recover the soft set over the net.
Jameson Badge checks in for the Bruins and will serve.
Badge into serve for the Bruins. Received from Harris, set by Zimmer, and spiked by Dukeshire, getting the kill. Point Mystics.
Will checks in. Harris back to serve.
Harris on to serve again. Very good setup for the Bruins. However, that resulted in a point for the Mystics as the spike went out of bounds. Another serve for Harris, this time out of bounds. Score now 5-4 Bruins.
Runyon and McIntyre check in for the Bruins. Runyon back to serve.
Runyon serving for the Bruins. Mystics set to receive. A good read by Roach, letting that ball go out of bounds. That'll result in a point for the Mystics.
McAllister and Deschamps check in. Deschamps back to serve.
Deschamps into serve. A well-placed ball, just barely getting over the net. However, the Bruins do a good job of getting that ball received and set. Mystics get it back over, though. A great block by Crom on a hard spike. They opt to go over her the second time. A good spike from number 12, Sophia McIntyre, on the Bruins. An attempt to be blocked was made by the Mystics. It was tipped and deflected out of bounds. That'll be a point and a kill for the Bruins.
Bellevue averages about 13.17 kills per set, and that's showing here.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we see a kill from number 4, Martyrdam, on the Mystics. Score 6-6.
McAllister checks back in. Back serving is Dukeshire.
Dukeshire serving.
Brendel checks in for Mystics as well.
Receive from Crom, set from Deschamps. However, a tipped ball by Bellevue falls on the Mystics side. Oh, excuse me, that'll be a Mystics point there.
Now the Mystics have the lead at 7-6. Can they capitalize?
Unfortunately not. There was a serve into the net. That'll be a point Bruins. We got a tie ball game, folks. Number 1, Audrey Sanford serving for the Bruins. Straight to Dukeshire, set by Deschamps. And a back attack from Dukeshire. Received well by the Bruins. And a big kill from number 10, Whale, on the Bruins. Another serve from Sanford. Received from Dukeshire yet again, and a set from Deschamps yet again. Spiked by McAllister that goes out of bounds. Point Bruins. Scores now 9-7. Not Mystics. Another serve from Sanford. Another receive from Dukeshire, and another set from Deschamps. Spike from Brendel. Oh my gosh. A monster spike from the Bellevue side was actually dug out by Harris. Unfortunately, the Mystics were not able to rally the troops and finish that one off. That'll be a point for the Bruins.
That was some intense action right there. Cinema.
Sanford's serving reign finally comes to an end as she serves it into the net. That'll be a point for the Mystics. Sand checks in to serve. Score is 10-8, not the Mystics. Great serve from Sand. Wow, there was a lot of good effort there, resulting in a Mystics point.
Excellent work from Summer Thomas. Look at this. Savvy tap over the net, excellent save, and Summer just finds the void in the gap.
Ball hit just outside of the line by Sand, resulting in a service error for the Mystics. Point Bruins. Iwohi on to serve for the Bruins. Mystics set to receive. Received by Dukeshire. Over the ball, just kind of floated right into the net. Mystics not able to get under that one. That'll be a point for the Bruins. An ace for Iwohi. Another serve from her. Received by Brendel, set by Deschamps, spiked by Thomas. A good block by Bellevue. Back over. A back attack from Dukeshire. Set for Bruins. Good block for the Mystics. Leading to a great setup. Brendel with a great spike. However, it was received by the Bruins. The Bruins with an even better spike. That was the end-all be-all of that rally. She really put that one away. Score now 13-9 Bruins.
Bellevue's hit percentage keeps improving. It is now at .344 as they are really converting whenever they put their mind to it and get a good setup.
Yeah, they definitely know what they're doing, but apparently the Mystics do too, as McAllister comes on and slam dunks it yet again. Great kill by McAllister, moving the score to 13-10. Not Mystics, however, they're on the way back up. Served by Zimmer, received by Bellevue, set. A diving effort by Harris to save that ball after it was tipped. However, the Mystics are not able to land that one. That'll be a point for the Bruins.
Yeah. Excellent effort from Harris, as she's actually second in the Frontier Conference with 5.17 digs per set, as she puts effort out there on every play, goes for every ball. It's fun to watch.
Man, that is impressive. As Carfell comes in with the kill. advancing the score to 14-11. Mystics on that way back up. Roach into serve. Good serve, making an uncomfortable receive. Great block by Thomas. However, the ball did not quite land in the Mystics' favor. Went just out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Bruins. Badge serving for the Bruins yet again. Received by Dukeshire. Diving effort by Zimmer to save that ball that bounced off the ceiling and hit over by Dukeshire. Great block by the efforts of Thomas and Dukeshire. Bellevue hits that ball straight up into the ceiling monster. Comes down, and there was not good communication as the ball landed right in front of everybody's eyes.
Yeah, fantastic teamwork there from Dukeshire and Thomas, teaming up and creating an impenetrable wall.
It's a good way to put it. A back set from Hawohi, leading to a very good spike from number 11, Kivanimi. Point Bruins. Score now 16-12.
Kivanimi and Fountain really have made a formidable duo this season so far, as they're leading the team in kills, and they have power behind every shot. An excellent placement.
Yeah, you can definitely notice a little difference in power amongst their spikes and their teammates. They hit that ball pretty hard. Deschamps back to serve. Powerful spike by number 17 of the Bruins, Berger. However, the Mystics were able to recover that one, get it over the net. She was set up for yet another spike. Mystics got it just over the net. However, the Bruins were able to capitalize on the returns and laid down a monster spike by number 12, Sophia McIntyre. That resulted in a kill for the Bruins and advanced the score to 17-13. Not the Mystics. Received from Roach, diving save by Deschamps, volleyed over by the Mystics. Good block by Dukeshire and Crom on the spike. However, these Bruins are formidable. They just keep attacking. It doesn't really have an end, and that.
Yeah, Fountain just snuck it by Dukeshire. She wasn't able to get much support there, and Fountain had an easy open lane there to take advantage of.
Received from Harris, set by Deschamps. Spiked by Dukeshire, however, she was not able to keep it in bounds. Point Bruins.
The Bellevue lead has now grown to 6 with a score of 19-13 as the Mystics take a timeout, trying to regroup.
Yep, timeout was called, and I'm sure Coach Keither is going to look to put his years of coaching skills and awards to the test here. He is going to try and rally the girls and get them to get some fire in their souls here. They're going to need to dig a little deep as they're down 6 in the second set. This is kind of pivotal because if they go down 2-0, obviously that can be a tough one to come back from.
The Mystics are sitting at 2-3 overall right now and 0-1 in conference play in the Frontier, whereas Bellevue, this is their first game. And as I noted earlier, they do have national title ambitions here. This team went toe-to-toe with Indiana Wesleyan last year and nearly got the job done, finishing second. But we can see that they're hungry, and they've shown that tonight. They're hungry for it all. And the power behind the spikes, the effort they've put forth, it's been fun to watch, but the Mystics need to figure some things out if they're going to make a comeback and get back into this match.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Bruins are kind of high in spirits right now as they're dancing on the sidelines and enjoying themselves. I think the Mystics here are probably taking a more serious approach and hoping to find their fire in other ways. Set from the Bruins, received by Roach, set by Deschamps, and spiked by Martindale.
Looks like a net violation on the Bruins.
There you go. Score now 19-14. Very powerful spike from the Bruins there. Number 5, Rowan Shear, got some mustard behind that one. And the Mystics were unable to send it back over. That'll be a kill for Shear and a point for the Bruins. Good attack from Crom. The Bruins were unable to send that one back over.
Crom has been such a balanced player so far this year. He's contributing on blocks, kills, sets. She's doing it all.
A little more of a finesse approach this time from Shear. She tries to finagle that ball around the Mystics blockers, and she was successful as they ricocheted out of bounds, resulting in the point for the Bruins.
Mystics are in dire straits now as the Bruins are shouting row, and for the Mystics that is a bit of an uphill battle as they're trying to fight their way upstream, whereas the Bruins have all the momentum. They have the oars right now. Who can steal them back?
Good serve from Alohi to Dukeshire. Set from Deschamps, spike from McAllister. And as I said earlier, she also had some mustard on that one. That ball was not recoverable by the Bruins, resulting in the point for the Mystics. Very powerful attack from Eve Fountain. We've been saying her name a lot tonight when it comes to attacking. She's definitely proving her case as one of the better attackers in this conference as she picks up another kill. That one was not a ball that you're going to return.
Entering play, Fountain averages 3.44 kills per set.
Great receive from Kate Zimmer on a powerful attack from the Bruins.
They go right back.
Diving effort from Harris. Unfortunately, she was not able to scoop that one and get it back up for the Mystics to send it over. Point Bruins. Score now 23-16. Mystics have their back against the wall in this pivotal set of a best-of-5 match. Thomas with a tip, earning the point for the Mystics after the ball was kicked and ricocheted off the back wall by the Bruins. Back wall is not a playable wall. You can hit it off the ceiling and play it, but if you hit the back wall, that's all she wrote for that volley, or rally, excuse me.
I wonder if they've ever made a basket in the basketball hoops.
You know what? I've never seen it. However, I'm sure it's happened. And I hope to see it here sometime, because that would be pretty awesome. Score now 24-17. This will be match point for the Bruins. Good serve. However, it was just out. It'll be point Mystics. They're going to need a huge rally here. Maybe dig into a little superstition and find what works for them. Harris on to serve. A crafty attack from number 11, Kivanimi. Mystics were not able to recover that one. That'll be point number 25 for the Bruins, and that will be set 2 in favor of the Bruins. Sets are now 2-0, not the Mystics.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Armory, where the Bellevue Bruins are up 2-0 in sets to BSC Mystics. The Mystics are playing their first NAIA conference game and trying to prove themselves right off the bat, whereas the Bruins are proving themselves to be a formidable opponent. In that last set, Bellevue won 25-18, an improvement from the 25-20 of the first set. And Kivanimi was a big standout with 7 attacks, and Fountain was right behind her with 6 kills. Sorry, 7 kills and 6 kills. And on the Bismarck State side of things, Brendel, Dukeshire, and Carfell all contributed 4 kills. Iwohi had 7 assists for the Bruins, and Deschamps had 6, and Zimmer had 8 for the Mystics.
Iwohi back to serve for the Bruins.
Yep, so 2-0 sets in favor of the Bruins. Bruins are in high spirits as the Mystics are keeping their attitudes up and hoping to find something that helps them rally back. First serve by the Bruins, received by Roach, sent over by the Mystics. Number 20, Peyton Dezingle for the Bruins with a big attack, received by the Mystics, sent over. And a little bit of a error back there for the Bruins, sending a ball under the net, resulting in the first point of the third set.
That ceiling, the ceiling is team number 3 right now. Wants to influence events itself.
Man, if that ain't the truth, that is a different dog up there. Big kill by Crom there. Mystics now at 2-0.
A bit of an error on that attempted set as it went right to Crom and she did not miss.
Yeah, I mean, that was put on a platter and she demonstrated that she was a hungry dog.
Cameron Shine checks in for the Bruins. Thompson back to serve.
Received by Dukeshire, set by Deschamps. Killed by Crom. Point Mystics score now 3-1. Here's some momentum. Knock on wood.
In for the Mystics.
Served by Sand. Received by Fountain of the Bruins. A hard spike from the Bruins, sent way out of bounds into the crowd. Watch your heads, everybody. Another serve from Sand here. Received by Fountain again. Set by Iwohi, spike. Received by the Mystics, but they were not able to rally that one over. Point Bruins. 4-2 is the score. Not Bruins. Badge into serve once again. Big attack from McAllister, shut down by the Bruins defenders. Number 9, Chloe Cloud with that block. Picking up the point for the Bruins. Score now 4-3, still in favor of the Mystics. Serve from Badge, received by Harris, set by Deschamps, spiked by Thomas. However, she's not able to get it over the net. Point for the Bruins. Serve from Badge, received by Dukeshire, set by Deschamps. Attack from McAllister, received by Fountain, set by Iwohi. Back attack from Badge. Sent back over by the Mystics, which was then sent back over by the Bruins. The Mystics were unable to get that one over the net. An unfortunate series of events that resulted in the Bruins point. It's now 5-4 Bruins. Good attack from Brendel, picked up by Badge, leading to a attack for the Bruins, and the Mystics were unable to stop that one. Another point, Bruins. Good serve from Badge, however, Dukeshire had a good save. Following that, McAllister also had a good save. Set from Harris. Brendel with an attack. Badge watches that one soar out of bounds. Badge has definitely been serving for well over a few minutes here. Scores now 7-4. She has single-handedly watched the momentum turn to their favor as she's been serving. An effort from Dukeshire and Harris. Combined, not enough. Maybe a little bit of confusion there. Resulting in a service ace for Badge. So we're now 8-4 with Badge still serving.
Well placed, as that had the Mystics fighting each other for that ball. And now Bellevue is on a 7-0 run. Do the Mystics have an answer?
Well, you know, they're going to have to find one here. Serve just skims the net, received by Brendel. Set to McAllister. She gets it over. Unfortunately, she hit the net. Point Bruins. Score now 9-4.
Following the action today, Bellevue will head to Dickinson State and see how they fare, as Dickinson State previously beat the Mystics in Frontier Conference play.
Great attack there for the Mystics, resulting in a kill for Dukeshire. Score now 9-5. Mystics finally getting Badge out of her serving position. You could almost call that her serving throne, as she watched the Bruins take and almost double the lead. Or excuse me, they did double the lead in her serving time. Serve from Zimmer.
Oh, beautiful placement.
Beautiful is right. Point Mystics on a service ace. Score now 9-6. Received by Harris, set by Zimmer. Spiked by Brendel. Just out. Point for the Bruins.
Number 14, Jada Nunn checks in for the Bruins, along with number 6, Harry.
Now into serve number 14, Jada Nunn for the Bruins. Straight into the net. Point Mystics score now 10-7. They're definitely finding something here, narrowing that lead.
Roach checks in for the Mystics.
Roach now into serve. Good serve, making an uncomfortable receive from the Bellevue libero. However, they were able to get that over. And that will not be a point in favor of the Mystics.
Yeah, Dukeshire tried to corral that ball, hit the ceiling, and then a valiant effort, but it bounced off just one too many Mystics.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, oh, well placed.
Right. Huge block for number 15, Wood of the Mystics, resulting in the point for the Mystics.
What a performance from Wood on that play. Blocking it and then forcing the opponent to send it over her head and out of bounds. Beautiful play there at the center.
Mystics finding a little spirit here with their clap chant. Big spike from Carfel, resulting in a point for the Mystics. Score now 11-9. Still not Mystics.
Following the action today, tomorrow at 2, the Mystics will be facing Dakota State out of South Dakota, and they are the 24th ranked team in the NAIA conference.
Yep, and you guys are stuck with us yet again tomorrow. Hopefully you get used to our voices, because you'll probably be hearing them a lot. See from Roach, set by Deschamps, and spiked by Martindam, received by Bellevue, set up into a spike block by Crom. An attempted back attack from Bellevue, straight into the net. Point Mystics. 13-10 is the score following that rally. Dukeshire now serving. A good block attempt following by a diving dig attempt from Harris. Close but no cigar there. She was not able to bounce that ball up to the height it needed to be for somebody to get that back over to the Bellevue side.
That was a great attempt from Harris. She was named Player of the Week last week for the Mystics with a total of 72 digs, 4.8 digs per set with 15 sets played.
How remarkable. An attempted block from the likes of Crom and McAllister. Unfortunately, the ball was ricocheted out of bounds, resulting in the point for the Bruins. Good setup for the Mystics here. Crom with a big attack, but number 20 for the Bruins, Peyton DeZingle, blocked it. A laser shot at Piper Harris. She was unable to receive that one and put it in a good spot for the other Mystics, resulting in a point for the Bruins.
She was in great position, had great anticipation, but that came in a little higher than she expected, and it just ate her up.
Yeah, at that height, coming right at your head and a ball at that speed, it's definitely got to be challenging. Good save by Crom there.
Excellent recovery.
Good set from Deschamps. An attack from Brendel. Bellevue's now set up nice, however, they just volleyed it over the net. Crom with a big attack there. Sneaking a ball down, right down the bellies of Bellevue's front blockers.
Crom is playing very well at the center position. Just very savvy attacks and kills and knowing where to place the ball, and it's working out for her. The Mystics need it big time.
Good set and a great spike from number 5 of the Bruins, Rowan Shear. Mystics were not able to recover that one. That'll be a point for the Bruins.
Yeah, the ceiling, if you hit it into the ceiling on your own side, you can still play it, but if it hits the ceiling and goes to the other side, it's immediately a dead ball, causing the point for Bellevue right there.
Yep. Mystics attempt to put something together there. Unfortunately, the ball was hit straight into that boundary pole, I'll call it, as Badge is serving yet again and hopefully not returning on her reign, as she had a big run earlier and turned the tides in favor of the Bruins. Score is 11-18. Not Mystics.
Yeah, Keither is trying to figure something out here as the Mystics are backed up against the wall. Down 7. Bellevue only needs 7 more points to win, whereas the Mystics need twice as many to get to 25. A little more information on Dakota State tomorrow is Dakota State is ranked 24. They're 4-1, and their only loss is a loss to Dakota Wesleyan in 5 sets on September 2nd. Dakota State has some pretty impressive statistics, them being first in the Frontier Conference in kills per set, hitting percentage, assists per set, and they are highly ranked in other categories as well, making them a very well-balanced team. Very difficult competition for the Mystics after play today.
Well, Badge did not continue her serving reign as she hit her second serve into the net here. Kate Zimmer with the serve. Following a kill by number 9, Chloe Cloud for the Bruins. Score now 19-12. Bruins. Jada Nunn serving for the Bruins. Received by Harris, set by Zimmer. Hit by Wood, received by Bellevue. Good save from Dukeshire. Good pass from Harris and a spike from Brendel. Brendel anticipates the ball rolling over the net. However, it was not needed as the Bruins return that ball with a double hit from a single player. That'll be a point for the Mystics. Score now 19-13 with Shayna Roach on the serve. Her serve goes straight out. Score now 20-13. The Bruins are now 5 points away from the match victory. Mystics have their backs against the wall big time here. Something is definitely going to need to change. A good dig from the Mystics. Unfortunately, nothing happened for them. Score now 21-13. Big spike from Harfell, earning her a kill and a point for the Mystics. 21-14 is now the score.
She was fired up after that spike, trying to get her team into the game. Excellent placement, splits the defenders. That's just what the Mystics needed if they hope to have a chance in this game.
Absolutely, that might be the pivotal attack if the Mystics manage a comeback. A good laying out effort from Zimmer with a dig. Dukeshire with the spike. Crom and Dukeshire with a block there. However, the Bruins did not let that get the best of them, as they were able to get a good setup and finish the job off, advancing their score to 22-14.
Fountain is continuing her dominance as one of the premier players of the Frontier League, immediately spiking that ball and splitting the two defenders, finding an open zone. Excellently done.
Good attack from Crum there. A little crafty. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get that ball to land. She earns another chance. It was blocked. Harris with a set. Carufel with a good placed attack. Bellevue was able to dig that one out. She gets another chance to attack. Bellevue returns it, sets it up for a spike, and earns the point, advancing the score 23-14.
Outstanding scrambling play from Bellevue here. Look at their libero Kolbaum laying out to get that ball and keeping it alive. That's just hustle, and you got to admire it.
Yeah, you really can't count them out, as far as I can tell right now. They are very crafty, and they'll never give up.
Yeah, Bellevue is looking for another 3-0 sweep, as they won their previous two matches, a doubleheader, both 3-0. They're looking to keep their dominant streak running.
Yep. Deschamps with the serve. Set by Deschamps. Spike by Crom. She earns the kill. BSC has some life here. Backs against the wall. They're going to have to come out to be a rabid animal here with their backs against the wall, or go down slinging. Deschamps on to serve again. A big attack from Dukeshire. However, the Bellevue blockers were there with an answer.
Dukeshire got a great opportunity, one that she hasn't had for a while, to really slam that ball from that corner spot where she likes to be, but Bellevue was ready, and they formed a wall. That ball could not get through.
Yep, just not the right angles there. She was a little too far back. The set wasn't quite high enough, and the Bellevue blockers were right up against the net. Set up perfectly. She takes a more, BSC takes a more finesse approach there. Martindam decides to go with a more advanced angle and earns BSC the point with her kill.
Yet another match point. The Mystics fans are a little bit uneasy here as they know it would take a miracle at this point to come back.
Yes, that is the truth. Big attack, though, from BSC. Dukeshire with the kill, earning BSC a point. I mean, they don't want to lose. They do not want it to end here. Unfortunately, with a big kill from Fountain, this match will end 3-0 sets, not in favor of your beloved BSC Mystics. We will see you tomorrow with the BSC Mystics looking to pick up a victory.
Both teams shaking hands, congratulating each other, as this was a hard-fought match, but Bellevue proved their experience as their coach going into her 20th season with a lot of expertise there, pitting heads with Kyle Keither and his second Frontier Conference match, as BSC showed some grit and they'll be ready to come out fighting tomorrow, but they'll face Dakota State, whereas Bellevue tomorrow will face Dickinson State as their opponents. Thank you for tuning in once again. I'm Isaiah Johnson on color, joined by Eli Nyhammer for some excellent play-by-play commentary. Brought the mustard today, and we will see you tomorrow.